Hello everyone. Today I will share my IBM interview experience. But before that, let me share my profile with you. So, I'm computer engineer who worked as a derivative trader for 2 years, and post that I done my MBA from IIM Shillong. So my journey is quite diverse. I start as a computer engineer, then work as a derivative trader, and then done my MBA. Did summer internship in L&T, and currently I'm working in IBM as a finance transformation consultant. So let me share my finance transformation consultant journey. But before that, let me share my interview experience. Actually, I gave the around 40 interviews. Not 40, 40 is quite huge. I think it's around 30 interviews. Um, but today I will share IBM interview only. So, and I gave IBM interview in while I was in college, while I was in MBA college, and it was during the second year. IBM came for the campus placement, and the role was finance transformation consultant. So how it actually went? So there were three rounds. The first was video assessment round, but before that you got shortlisted based on your CV. The second was technical round, and the third was more like a HR, but it's also technical. So it's a mix of technical and HR. So first, you after getting shortlisted, and I think there were 30 of us who got shortlisted for the video assessment, and after that, that was round one, and after that, there was a second round. And video assessment, the general question is related to HR. What can you contribute? How can you contribute? What are your strengths and why are you fit for this role, and also the introduction of yourself. So there are basically 4 5 questions related to your profile, why you want to be part of IBM, and what can you contribute. So questions are related to that only. And after that, there will be second round, and I think there were 10 of us who got selected for the second round. um, and second round was taken by senior associate and the management consultant associate, junior management consultant. But thing is, it is quite random shortlist based on your video assessment and based on your CV. I will not go into detail how interview went. That will be for the next time. But I will tell you what are the questions they ask in the second round. So the first question was, it all started with introduction. Introduce yourself, and then the question went around for the SIP, for my SIP that I did in SIP means summer internship, which I did in L&T as a strategy, which I did in L&T. I did work as a strategy intern there. So they asked me, I think 4 5 questions related to that. And the questions that I remember, the first was, uh, tell me about your SIP. Then what are the three key learnings based on your SIP? And also the question related to WorkX. I worked as a derivative trader. They also asked me what are your key learnings and what is your work actually look like, and how you contribute, and how you contribute to this role, and what are your past experience that you can leverage and apply in this role. So these are the basic questions they ask. They also ask me one guesstimate the number of refrigerators in India, if I remember it correctly. But I will also make one separate video on how to solve the guesstimate. Uh, and I think also they ask me more about role, why you get into this role, because the role was quite unique. Because in IBM, when you hired as a consultant, you are not only doing consulting, but you also, because IBM is a tech company, so they provide their products Along with the consulting, they also do the implementation part. So they ask me questions around the role, related to role, why you, how you contribute, why you want to be part of IBM, what are your strengths. So that's a basic question they ask. And after that, there was another round, third round, which was taken by partner. Partner generally uh, ask the question, he, because he doesn't have time, so he generally want you to tell him directly, come to directly and come straight to the point. When you give interview to the partner level, or any senior or any uh, VP, or any managing partner, or the junior partner or senior partner, they want a clear and crisp answer from you. So how my third round went, he started with asking me about introduction. He got more into role, why you want to do this role, what you know about this role. And fortunately, I went to I scrolled down to one YouTube video and know more about the role. I went to various files, various online sites to know more about and get into detail about the role. So he asked me that, and I clearly tell him what I know and what I learn. And I also tell him, I frame my answer in a way that what I learned in the past, suppose my work ex, my summer internship, and how I can contribute and leverage that skill into this role. And I also told him about, I gave him detail about this role. So that was the plus point when I gave the third round, and fortunately I got selected. One uh, the one thing that I remember, and it was quite memorable for me when I think about the interview right now. uh, when I was giving interview, it was remote interview, online interview. Suddenly my laptop got switch off and I got disconnected. So at that during that time I was nervous. Of course you will be nervous, you are giving the third round of the interview and your laptop got disconnected, but fortunately it took it positively. I connected again from my phone, and then I will continue the interview, and it quite went well. So basic question he asked was introduction, why, role, what are your strength, how you, what are your SIP, work ex. He get I think he uh, asked me more about SIP. He got into detail. He want to know detail of SIP from me. He want to understand whether I'm clear about what I'm telling him. So yeah, suppose there was I make some scenarios and forecasting model during my SIP. So he got into detail, what are the scenarios that you make, how will impact in future, and what will be the possible scenarios, and what are the current trends. So yeah, be prepared with, along with the line that there's a possibility that he might get into details. So the one advice that I will give, be fully prepared within your CV. Any question that comes, if you make your CV properly and correctly, you have to know every detail about your CV. That's the one advice I will give to you guys, and good luck. And I will try to share more interview experience, and in detail interview experience in the next videos, and I will also make one video on guesstimate. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.